Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's Monday, so you know we have to kick it off with some motivation. Here's the quote. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. It's funny how life is so unpredictable. You can dot every I and cross every T. You can have a plan and you can even plan with precision. And boom, a curveball hits you and throws you off course. You may have seen your life being a certain way by a certain age. You may have lost someone and you're living life without the person you thought you would. So when boom, life happens, it can feel paralyzing. It can feel confusing, and it's easy to give up hope. But don't. Because when things feel like they're falling apart, they're actually falling into place. To get to our destiny in life, our path will take us through twists and turns, tragedies and triumphs. So no matter what happens, keep pushing forward. Keep showing up and see how everything will work itself out. And life does go on, and you will end up exactly where you're meant to be. Now on to the show. First up, we have a music treat for you. Two members of the grassroots band Debutants joins me to share about their upcoming fiddle workshop. Then Dr. Luga Kingera, the president of the African American Healthcare Alliance, joins me in studio to talk about how the organization uplifts the medical field in our community and about their upcoming scholarship ball. That and more happening now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
My next guests are two musicians who play in a local bluegrass band called Debutants. They are very involved in our community in different ways and love inspiring others to learn how to play the fiddle. So they are hosting a 3-day fiddle workshop for students starting on October 2nd. Welcome Ellen Coplin and Sean Hoffman. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks
I
for
love
having
it.
us.
You came with your instruments and everything.
We did. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I know many people have heard of Debutants because you play all around, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's an ensemble band, right? Mm-hmm. And so you have different, would it be considered just orchestra instruments or just like string instruments rather?
It's string instruments, yeah. So it's kind of like, if you know what the bluegrass instruments are, banjo, mandolin, guitar, bass kind of thing. But then we have this, like, we call it the three-headed dragon. So it's two fiddles and cello. Mm-hmm. And our friend Lauren plays, she's a teacher in town as well, and teaches at Miami Middle School and plays with the Philharmonic. And so we have a lot of fun just developing these fun, like, sort of orchestral string lines that kind of just support the music and go along with the things that the band is doing with the song.
Yeah, and so I see you play the cello and you play the fiddle, Sean. And so tell me about just your music background, because I know you both are teachers. So what made you start playing music and what really inspires you?
My family played music, and so I was sort of inspired to do that because that was the coolest thing going on in the house. And then my uncle found a cello and gave it to the family, and I was the one that fit it at the time of all my siblings, so I was the one that got to play it. And then I played a little bit when I was in middle school, and then I just quit because I didn't have friends that played. I didn't have anywhere to do that, so I quit until college. Wow. And I started playing again in college in the college orchestra, and then from there I took it into like all my other musical projects, like the bands I wanted to play in and all of that, but that key time where I could have been playing as a young person, I didn't have an outlet for the cello. So that's kind of one of the reasons why, thinking about this now, I feel so strongly about giving kids a social outlet to continue to play what they love or to explore something they've never tried before.
Yeah.
So
that is so great. It makes me think back when I was in the 5th grade, my music teacher brought in all of these string instruments, and I remember the cello being so intimidating, but it was so cool. But that opportunity wasn't there. I mean, there wasn't an orchestra, at least at my school, but now my niece has an orchestra and she plays the violin, and she's so good, and she's like 17. So I love now that there are opportunities. But like you said, it sparks young, and you all are doing that right now in this community. So Sean, tell me about your background and how you got into music.
Kind of a similar situation where there's music in the family, and my uncles played bluegrass. They kind of had like a family bluegrass band back in the 70s when they were, playing music and just getting started. And so as a young person, I just loved that, to be in the middle of the jam just with all these, instruments going. And it was just this really fun, kind of exciting music that I loved. And so yeah, that has kind of been my inspiration.
That's great. So let's talk about the workshop. So it's going to be October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And where will it be located, and what can people expect from it?
We're going to have it be like after school, so students can come after school for the Wednesday and Thursday and just have a couple opportunities to dig into some games, trying some new styles. Maybe they haven't tried on their instruments yet. And then on Friday, we're going to do a little bit of a showcase to show the families what we've worked on. And then we have the local band Kelsey Cote that are going to come and play for us, and food truck, Colombian Delights, the new food truck in town is going to come out. So the Wednesday and Thursday are just intensive like student workshops where we work with the kids and have them explore new things and try new things. And then on Friday we give a little showcase and just have a band and a food truck, and everybody can come and enjoy Ambrosia Orchard, which is this beautiful location out in Hoagland, which is about 15 minutes south, right, would you say?
Yeah. Another exciting thing I do want to talk about is we got a grant this year. We've been doing a fiddle club at Fairfield Elementary, and I've done that for the last 10 years or so, and we got a grant this year to do it again, even though I'm not teaching there.
That is awesome.
So that's pretty exciting. So we started our age range about 4th and 5th graders, because that's what I've been working with for the last 10 years with the fiddle club there.
That is awesome. Well, it sounds like a really fun event happening soon. And so I see these instruments here, so I have to ask if maybe you'll play me a little something.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Awesome.
Well, we're going to start off with a piece that everyone should recognize, and it's just a fun cello, violin kind of arrangement, and then we're going to go into a fiddle tune from, I think this might be a Missouri fiddle tune, called Dry and Dusty at the end.
Hear that lonesome whippoorwill, she sounds too blue to cry. That midnight train is winding low, I'm so lonesome I could cry. Lights up a purple sky, and as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
you're
us.
welcome.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Ellen, Sean of the Debutants, we appreciate that and thank you. If you all would like more information about their 3-day fiddle workshop, we'll have their website listed below for more details, and I'll see you after the break.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
The African American Healthcare Alliance is committed to the development and implementation of strategies to address the lack of minorities seeking careers in the healthcare field. And here to tell us more about this organization is Dr. Luga Kingera, who is the president. Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, how's it going?
So far, so good. I'm here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. And I know that you all stay so busy throughout the year with this organization and with you being an oral surgeon.
Yes.
So first, let's start off with AAHA. Tell me all about it.
Well, so AAHA stands for the African American Healthcare Alliance of Fort Wayne. We are a non-for-profit 501c organization of healthcare individuals right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have over 50 members.
Yeah.
And that includes dentists, surgeons like myself, physicians of all fields, pharmacists, registered nurses, nurse care practitioners, dietitians, and healthcare officials. So
Yeah.
we're packed.
Right. Kind of covering the whole gamut there. And so what is your main focus about really building this coalition and this unified alliance?
Well, so we have two main missions. We first is in the community, and the second one is regarding students.
Okay.
And the first mission is to basically promote and enhance education of the African American community about their healthcare issues, especially in areas of disparities, things like diabetes, infant mortality, cardiac disease, etc. And our second mission as an organization is to help or mentor students who aspire to go into the medical field.
Right.
So we are mentors and we also financially assist.
Right, yeah, which is great because it's one of those things where representation matters. And in
It
order for
does.
people to see what they can become or perhaps explore new careers, then they have to have that type of guidance and know, you know what,
Absolutely.
I could do that too. I could be a doctor
Yes.
like Dr. Luga, like
Yes.
Dr. Sherry, and all of the above.
Yes.
So I love that.
It really helps.
Yeah, it does. And
Seeing
so-
your own
Right.
makes you believe.
Right, yeah.
yes.
And I know that you all have so many programs that you offer to really address and implement the mission that you have. So kind of break down your programs throughout the year.
We have quite a few. So to break them down, we do have our annual AAHA Scholarship Ball. This is our thing. It's huge. This is where we provide scholarships to students, usually those who are already in the colleges like pharmacy, medicine, nursing, et cetera, scholarships to help them out.
Right.
And we raise funds usually from sponsors, donors, ticket sales.
Yeah.
It's a good ball. And in fact, hey, thank you for coming on that.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to be our MC. So
Yes.
that's one of our programs.
Yes.
We also have the second one is the annual Metro Football League physicals. So we normally provide free physical examination to students between the ages of 6 and 18, I would say. Usually
Yeah.
6 and 15. We see over 600 kids every year for the physicals.
Wow,
We
wow.
have nurses, we have doctors, we have people in the healthcare fields coming together to do these physicals for free for these kids.
Oh.
We do have another mission is our diabetes, Coalition for Diabetes, where we go into the community, usually high-risk communities, and provide education about diabetes.
Yeah.
We do have the mentoring program for youth, so youth mentoring program, where we go into middle schools and high schools and aspire these kids to consider going into the healthcare field.
Right.
And then recently we started the infant mortality program. Believe it or not, this is actually a huge problem in our community. It's almost an endemic. There's a lot of infants really dying for no reasons. And so we as an organization decided to dig deep into this and try to decrease the amount of infant mortality in our community. So we have several programs, but I think these are kind of our top 5.
Right, yeah,
Yes.
which are great programs. And I know that you mentioned the ball, so we must talk about the scholarship ball that's coming up on October 12th.
Yes, October 12th is Saturday at the Coliseum.
Yes, very great venue, and I am excited to be emceeing that. So people, you got to get your tickets and come out to join. So tell me about the ball. What should people expect?
Well, come dressed up. Expect a lot of good food. There will be DJ and music.
Nice.
Great MC. This year, normally we bring speakers, but this year we would have a panel of like panelists of
Yes.
professionals who are going to be at the ball. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
gonna
and that's
be fun.
great. And the panel will be full of doctors, right? So tell me some of who will be speaking.
Well, so the panel includes myself.
Yeah.
We also have our very own Dr. Michelle Collins Austin, and she's an MD, and we'll be talking about, I believe, medical school entrance. So those who are interested or have kids who want to go into medical school. We have our own Dr. Sherry Franklin, MD. She'll be talking about women's and cardiac disease. We have our own Dr. Justin McGee, and he's an ER physician, and he will be talking about civic engagement in the community, and of course, Dorothy, who is our registered nurse, Masters of Science. She'll be kind of wrapping up the history of our organization and how we get involved in the community, to be open for questions. And I think I'll be talking about business and healthcare, stuff like that.
Yes. And so before I let you go, we have to talk. I have to congratulate you for recently opening up Simba.
Thank you.
Yeah, you recently just had your ribbon cutting, which is really exciting. So you own Fort Wayne Oral Surgery,
That is correct, yes.
And so tell me about Simba and this new initiative that you really created to really help the community in a whole different way,
Yeah.
dental-wise.
Yeah. So Simba Dental is actually a general practice dentistry. There will be some specialists in there. I don't work there. I just kind of run Simba. I do see patients from Simba. But I'm excited. This is on Coldwater Road, 9606 Coldwater Road. You can't miss it. It's a big glass building there. But the purpose is really to serve our community in a different kind of way, because we are not a corporate. We are kind of a mom and pop's shop. We are family owned, myself, my wife, and that is Kos Luga Kingira.
Yes.
So started this thing basically to, 1, serve our community, 2, it is a business venture, and 3, provide education. So I do teach a lot. So this helps me to be able to teach here in the U.S. and back home in Tanzania.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Well, congratulations to you again.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for sharing about AAHA.
Yes, please welcome, and thank you again for coming to our event.
Yes, you're very welcome. And if you'd like more information about the African American Healthcare Alliance and their upcoming scholarship ball, we'll have their website listed below to get more information, and I'll see you after the break.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, you can always catch up on episodes and segments of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com, downloading the WANE app, and also checking us out on YouTube. And I'll leave you with this. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. I hope you have an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.